Now I'll read you another little extract. I hope you're not bored by all of it. I'm not enjoying it. I love the story. Anyway, the twins are on their way to the monastery up a long lane, and they come across some ants. Before continuing on their way, Maeve spotted a line of ants going into a field. Did one of you beat my mum? She asked them. We don't bite humans, they answered in chorus. It must have been something else. Maybe. Maeve sounded doubtful, for Mum was absolutely certain she'd been bitten by an ant, and she was never wrong. Where are you going? Brian asked. We're building a new nest, replied an ant, carrying a piece of straw. What's your name? Was Brian's next question. Larry or Looney. What's yours? My name is Brian, and this is my twin sister, Maeve. We moved house today, too, Maeve informed him. Moving's an awful job, isn't it? Is your new nest far? Brian wanted to know. I'm not sure, Larry replied. I'm just following my friends. We've been very busy all morning, and we had an awful lot more to do, and we'll have an awful lot more to do when we get there. The first thing is to build a storeroom for our food and a place for the green flies. We get our milk from them, you know. Then there's a palace for our queen. I hate being a worker around her. Let's hope there's another war and I can be promoted to being a warrior ant and not have to work so hard. Why bother moving if there's so much trouble? Brian asked. A human stepped in our last place and smashed it to bits. Why can't people look where they're putting their feet? Yes, indeed, a worm who wriggled out of the ground said. I was nearly squashed the other day. What a life, Larry sighed. If it's not people, it's the McIntyres. Have you ever heard of them? No? Well, they live near here, but their land is very poor, so they keep attacking us and stealing our food. Sometimes they even capture us and make us work for them as slaves. So we have to keep a lookout to them all the time. That's why we travel in lines like this. It's not safe to go out alone anymore. Maybe one of them bit Mum, Maeve said. No, Larry said. They're bad, but not as bad as that. Anyway, Irish ants don't bite humans, certainly not County Wicklow ones. Hurry up, Larry, and follow the others. In front or we'll get lost, the ants behind him called. Larry was enjoying himself and would have spent all day chatting if he hadn't noted that the ants in front had moved out of sight. The ants behind shouted that he would be the ruin of them all and what would happen if the McIntyres attacked them. They lay down their straws they were carrying and frantically huddled together to decide what to do. Our queen must realize we're lost and send soldiers to look after us, Larry tried to sound as if he really thought that would happen. Not her, the ants groaned. She'll think we've been taken as slaves and forget all about us. Sorry. At that, they all started wailing until Brian and Maeve asked to run up. Sorry, I'll just have to go back on that. All of them started wailing until Brian asked Maeve to run up the lane, calling for the other ants, while he stayed behind to protect the Looney ants from being attacked by the McIntyre ants. Using all these ants is really quite difficult at times when you're looking at a camera and trying to talk. Anyway, we'll go on. The Loonies thought this was a good plan until Larry pointed out that the sound of Maeve calling to the Queen would alert the McIntyres, and man wouldn't be able to hold the McIntyres back if they attacked. So the Loonies went back into a huddle. At last, Larry came out with a plan. Brian and Maeve would find a couple of leaves, the Loonies would climb on, and the twins would carry them to their new nest, which was bound to be somewhere near. I'll know when I see it, declared Larry. But the problem wasn't solved as easy as that. First, the ants couldn't find the right sort of leaves. The ones lying on the ground were too dry and broken. The Loonies climbed down. Those they picked off a bush were too glossy, and the Loonies slipped off. Others were too small, and when they were about to give up, the twins picked up 2 chestnut leaves. The Loonies filed on, and they were off. Yet things did not go according to plan. I think I'll leave that there. Give the next little piece. later on in the day. Let's hope the rain has stopped outside and I can get a bit of a walk. Okay? Enjoy your day. Bye.